Last time on the Great Ace Attorney 2.
Photograph of the victim in the very location you claim he wasn't killed.
Point is the posture of the body itself.
Yeah.
It's out of the question that his body would have been curled up in a ball like that. The inspector's body took on that posture ahead of its arrival on Fresno Street, before it was coldly turned out on the floor. From the inside of a large travel trunk. Judge Jigoku, present your trunk for examination.
Oh no, I've accidentally lost it in a fire.
I threw it into the sun on accident. Present my trunk? I refuse!
I don't want
The Minister of Foreign Affairs from the Empire of Japan. I don't care who you are or what your status outside this courtroom might be, you will not withhold information. Nothing is more important than the truth. I merely disposed of the inspector's body, which was left in my cabin. I decided my only option was to bring it into Britain with me and dispose of it somewhere else. Who on earth did kill the man? As you know, there was one other person in my cabin that night, and moreover, he'd already accepted a mission to take the inspector's life. It was you, Kazuma Asogi! And the evacuation drill took place. Steamship had already put to sea from the port of Dunkirk.
I disembarked the vessel and spent the night at a boarding house in Dunkirk. And as I said yesterday, I signed my name in the accommodations register book.
You killed Inspector Tobias Gregson and transported his corpse back to Britain. Then you dumped the body in the room on Fresno Street and made it look as if the murder had happened there. That's what really happened, isn't it? Seishiro Jigoku?
I'm worried for the fate of that court bench.
Oh shoot.
Ooh, the spikes.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh, wowzers.
It's over. My life is over. The assassin exchange request arrived from Britain about 1 year ago. Though it was hardly a request, it was a demand. And for that, you decided to recruit Mr. Asogi. But things didn't go according to plan. Your chosen assassin never made it to Britain. And that left me with only one option to eliminate the mark myself. So I enlisted the help of my British counterpart and made arrangements for a pretext that would take the inspector to Dunkirk. Who was your counterpart in Britain? Just tell us! Enough! I've already told you. I cannot say. Can we get this over with now?
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I've been here the whole time.
Have you?
I mean, Taylor.
When did you get here?
He just couldn't let it happen. It just wasn't allowed. He was like, wait a minute, this intro's going too smoothly. Someone needs to do something.
Someone needs to step up.
Yep.
And coming in, the editor with the meditor, it's Pete. And also the distant descendant of Shakespeare himself, Sarah.
Pretty.
Yes.
I don't even know what I would do for mine. Like, it's not it's not like an audio thing. It's more of a visual thing. Taylor once again trying to set me up to do edits that I don't want to do.
And before we disgruntle editing Pete even more.
We've only just started.
It only takes one syllable sometimes, and
Wow.
you two are bickering.
Wow.
If you do like what we do, please consider giving us a little like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's get on in.
Yes. Let's get in. Let's hop on in to the video game.
So does everyone know how the game is played?
No.
Taylor, why are you prolonging this? why are you still doing this?
We haven't been watching.
We're going to get contacted by Dropout and they're going to sue us. Stop it.
An angry email from Sam Reich.
Yeah,
Instead
maybe.
of the challenge of upset a producer, it's challenge upset editing Pete.
Well, that challenge is just every week, is it not?
I think we've completed
I
that
am
challenge 10
like,
times over.
I just like, I'm getting this, like, what is this hostility this time? Like,
Well,
it's
there's
just-
no hostility.
it's
It's
just,
just
what
we're
is
the
this?
same facts.
Oh, come on. Let's
right.
let's actually play a bit of game and then do a bit of joke before everyone is tuned out.
All right, okay. Barok Van Zeiks has committed crimes for which he must be punished.
Well, it would appear you have information that the court needs to hear, Prosecutor Asogi.
Certainly, the murder of Inspector Gregson was actually carried out by Seishiro Jigoku.
But Barok is guilty. I can feel it.
I know it in my waters, he is guilty. But it's clear from the witness's testimony that he was coerced into complying with the plot. Into this sick, merciless assassin exchange.
That may be true, but
So what I want to know is who coerced Jigoku? Who was pulling the strings? That's what we want to know, pal! The victim went to France having been ordered on a mission for the Reaper, only to be murdered. In other words, the mastermind behind the assassin exchange is someone in a position to give such an order. I'm looking at you, Strongheart.
I was gonna say, yeah.
As we've already established, the Reaper himself.
Well, certainly that would appear to follow.
The prosecution hereby formally accuses the man in the dock, Barok Van Zeiks.
See, I'm going to be honest. I know, obviously, this seems like a WTF moment, but I think this is kind of a thinly veiled way of him getting to Strongheart, though. Or at least,
I think it is.
I think, obviously, he can't just say that,
No.
because then Strongheart will just kick him out. But in unveiling the truth, it will...
He's got to wait for somebody else to slip up, reveal something that isn't him, isn't directly him, or Strongheart to slip up and go, bugger, you got me.
Yeah,
he's presenting the evidence, and then Ryunosuke will find a contradiction.
Yes.
And then be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
S.H.
It's Kazuma again, sorry. Of being the Reaper of the Bailey. And furthermore, I'm going to prove his guilt beyond all reasonable doubt.
What?
Mr. Naruhodo, compose yourself.
Order! 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 The Reaper of the Bailey is a long-standing mystery council. Are you suggesting you have some new information with which to build a case?
Scottish Yard has already investigated Lord Van Zeiks very thoroughly in that regard.
I do like that little flicking through the book.
Yes, I do.
It's very cute.
And they found no evidence whatsoever to substantiate the claim that he is the Reaper.
Perhaps. But circumstances have now changed.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's changed, Ryunosuke.
I have altered the deal.
Yeah.
I have altered the evidence. Wait, no. I can't admit to that.
I have updated the autopsy report.
It's already been established that the assassin exchange was negotiated with the Jigoku by the Reaper himself. Which means we now have a new line of questioning by which to identify definitively the man's identity. That is the prosecution's intention here.
I must say, I'm surprised by quite how tenaciously you appear to want to besmirch my name.
You are guilty of an unforgivable crime, Lord Van Zeiks. And I will bring you to justice for it, whatever it takes.
That explains Kazuma's silence before. He'll stop at nothing to finish what Lord Van Zeiks unwittingly started 10 years ago.
Very well. Whilst it's extremely irregular, I will on this occasion grant the prosecution further opportunity for witness testimony. The defendant will disclose any and all involvement he has. The defendant will disclose any and all involvement he has had with the Reaper and the assassin. I heard it and I said it. I'm like, wait.
Oh no.
And the assassin exchange.
The assassin change.
It's
Whoa,
all
now.
falling apart.
I thank you, my lord, for guiding the court so wisely.
And for stammering so successfully.
I shall ignore that. Doves!
I hereby declare this court to be in session for a supplementary hearing.
Oh no.
Oh. The
Oh, no.
flames. The
The
flames.
ghost jury. The sinister strings.
Oh.
Oh!
There we go.
Pray, turn a blind eye to the discourtesy as I verify that this vile and unremitting accusation hasn't soured the contents of my hallowed chalice.
Lord Van Zeiks!
I do love it when he puts his leg up like that. Oh, such a
Mr.
man.
Sato!
Such delightful thighs.
Have you seen the strength of the man? Oh, it sends a shiver down
He could crush a woman with those thighs.
Oh! Whoa!
I first had to suffer the pseudonym of the Reaper 10 years ago now. And ever since that time, I've endured the weight of implied guilt that's gone with it.
Oh, he's so strong.
So I welcome the chance to testify now and crush those allegations once and for all.
Good.
That's all you're going to say?
That's all that needs to be said.
Fair enough.
Then let justice decide, Lord Van Zeiks. The prosecution seeks to begin building its case by calling the accused to the stand as the primary witness, in order that he may answer the accusation brought by the prosecution that he is the Reaper of the Bailey.
And what says the defense?
No?
Putting the defendant in the witness stand can be extremely dangerous. Kazuma-sama is so emotional at the moment. He's not thinking logically.
Yeah, see, I think he is.
You're right that he's not himself. But I knew it would be like this. And I came here today determined to face him through whatever might arise. As a lawyer, and as his friend.
Then that's what we must do.
The defense has no objection, my lord.
Oh, goody.
Very well. Defendant, you will take the witness stand and give formal testimony on the subject of your involvement with the Reaper and the assassin exchange.
Very good, my lord.
As you wish, my lord.
I had no involvement. There you go.
That's all I have to say.
It's just
Goodbye.
one sentence.
Yeah. I didn't do it.
It wasn't me. I've never taken the life of another, nor have I instructed another to kill. I've been investigating the truth behind the Reaper for years, and I was aware of Gregson's involvement. That's the reason why I went to Fresno Street that day, and how I came to discover the body. The point is, no common thread exists between myself, Gregson, and Dr. Wilson.
It does, though.
Objection?
Clearly, therefore, there's no reason to suspect me of being behind the assassin exchange.
It's going to be Klint's autopsy report.
Autopsy.
Right.
But yes.
Sorry. Like, Gregson pushed for the autopsy in the first place.
Autopsy. You're saying it in a weird way. It's like, you're saying autopsy. The autopsy. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
No, you're not.
I am a little bit. It's just weird that you're just like, well, you started pronouncing it different.
Look,
Like, hello there.
my
I'm going
brain
to
decided it was going to be a numpty and
A numpty,
decided
that's not very nice.
that it wanted me to say something completely different to how it's normally
it's like-
said.
So let's have a look. So, what about the autopsy report were you going to reveal?
And
Klint. Something about
Gregson
Klint.
pushed for the autopsy, and Wilson signed the autopsy. Even though Makotaba wrote it up, he still penned his signature to it.
Yes.
So he does have a link.
Kaboom.
Yes, but I feel like us presenting evidence that links our client to the murder that he's being accused of is probably not the best legal strategy.
No, probably not, but we're hoping he's going to prompt him to expand on his...
Yeah, it is one of those...
We're going to prompt him to expand. Oh, dear.
It is one of those weird situations, isn't it? So, you deny all accusations by the prosecution, both that you are the Reaper of the Bailey, and that you masterminded the assassin exchange.
There you go.
I acknowledge that the public at large believe me to be the Reaper. However, that's a fallacy, which I alone am in a position to forswear.
Naturally, the prosecution believes the testimony just given by the accused to be untrue. Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
Who? Yes? What? Yes?
let me ask you. Why are you here? What
To
really...
suffer?
Is it just to suffer?
What really brings you to this courtroom?
And then he wakes up in the pod in the future and he's actually part of the flipping Neo World program. And it's
Jesus.
wait, what?
Oh boy, you're gonna be able to help us spread hope all over.
No, it's more like, oh, so you're finally awake.
Oh no.
Hey, you're finally awake,
That's the-
huh?
No.
Hi, Sarah.
No.
How's it going?
No, get
Have
away
you
from
missed me?
No.
You're making
no,
me
I
spill
have not.
tea down myself. Please stop.
Oh God, no! Spilling tea, the most sacrilegious of
Yeah.
acts.
No!
I don't want the tea
The
police to
authorities
come and
are
arrest
on their
me.
way, Pete.
The tea police.
The tea police.
A desire to uncover the truth.
Oh, sorry. I was making an edit note. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. Even if the truth proves your client to be guilty.
We
got ahead of ourselves again, guys.
from all my experiences in this courtroom, I've come to realize something. The truth can't be hidden. Sooner or later, it will come out. So it's always my intention to work with my client in pursuit of the truth.
Even if it implicates them and screws everything up.
I want you to remember what you just said.
What did I just say?
Enough!
Dilatory chatter.
Dilatory? And that's dilating, I guess. I guess that's the... But dilatory? Enough dilatory chatter. Counsel for the defense, proceed to cross-examine the witness.
Oh boy, here we go.
Proceed.
Yes, my lord. I know exactly what you're thinking, Kazuma. I know you're just waiting to point it out. The contradiction you're convinced lies somewhere within this man's testimony.
And I'm going to blow it wide open.
My dear fellow. My dear madam. Are we pressing
All right.
everything, or are we going straight to the banana?
No, because I feel like we're going to get stung. Because this is an ace attorney game. It's frustrating because I think it is that, but
I mean, we could just do a safety save.
let me just read the autopsy report again, because I don't know if it mentions Gregson or because it's the autopsy. It's got to be the autopsy because Dr. Wilson, because he's not in the photo with Klint and
This one. No, that's Gregson.
that's Gregson. We want Klint.
Yeah. No, I know. Right. Klint Van Zeiks, coroner John H. Wilson.
Gregson.
Gregson.
There we go.
There it
It's the
is.
autopsy.
Right. So are we doing this?
Go on.
Boom, got him. Objection!
What is this? An autopsy report?
Why are you
Wait.
saying it weird?
Wait. Wait, what do you mean? What?
An autopsy report.
An autopsy report? Wait. This is 10 years old. From the autopsy of Lord Klint Van Zeiks. What? My brother's autopsy report.
I'm pleased to see the defense doesn't intend to run from the undeniable truth.
Order in court. What reason do you have for presenting a 10-year-old autopsy report here, counsel?
This, the autopsy report of the professor's final victim, is an indelible link between Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson, and the defendant.
Not that accursed name again. The professor.
Yes, hello. How may I help you?
I've personally researched all of the court records relating to that case.
So, I'm either going to sound real dumb or not here, but I mean, that's probably no different to normal. But did it get revealed? Did we have some sort of inkling as to who the professor was? I can't remember.
It's Genshin Impact.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was revealed it was Kazuma's
Sorry,
father.
it's been a little bit of time, and you know how I forget absolutely everything. Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, though, it's not necessarily Kazuma's father. It's what everyone has been led to believe.
I think he's been set up.
yeah. Okay, but right, so that's who we think the professor is. Okay. No, it's all right.
You want me to read it again?
Sorry. Well, you might as well now.
Okay. I've personally researched all of the court records relating to that case. I know that at the time, autopsy was considered sacrilege to the victims' souls. And for a member of the aristocracy like Lord Klint Van Zeiks, it was unthinkable. But someone implored the powers that be to allow the autopsy to go ahead. Inspector Gregson. He declared that he was certain he would obtain conclusive proof from the procedure.
And it was Dr. Wilson who conducted the autopsy. His signature is clearly visible on the document.
As promised by Gregson, the autopsy did indeed produce evidence. Evidence that conclusively proved Genshin Asogi was guilty of the murders. In my brother's dying moments, he mustered all his remaining strength to leave that vital clue behind.
So like a paper was retrieved.
Yes. Indeed, that was the key to indicting the professor for his crimes and the conclusive evidence that convicted him. It enabled Lord Van Zeiks here to avenge his brother's senseless death with a marvelous victory in court.
Really, if there's a twist that Clint is still alive, my God. I don't think there will be. I think that's me just having wild theories again.
Just a theory, a game,
A game theory. A marvelous victory, was it? I wonder if that's really true.
What?
Could the same be said if it turned out that the key piece of evidence in question was in fact fabricated? If the inspector, the coroner, and the prosecutor all colluded together to cast an innocent Japanese man as a mass murderer and send him to his death?
That's outrageous!
And now, 10 years later, for some reason the secret has been threatened and needs protecting. Which is why the inspector and the coroner had to be silenced, isn't it? By someone in power in Japan and in Britain, using the two killers recruited for the assassin exchange.
Oh no, it's
catching.
wedding.
It's catching.
Oh, no.
I've done so
Assassin.
well. I've done so well.
Order! Order at once!
10 years ago, my father was convicted in this very courtroom as a mass murderer, to be sentenced to death. But it was all a sham, and I swore to myself that I'd prove it. Which is why I had to come to Britain, whatever the cost.
But I feel like him revealing this kind of then, it does then just sort of say like, yeah, so you, what's the word? You have a sort of emotional connection to it, therefore you should be kicked out of the courtroom
It
now.
would be a conflict of interest.
That's the
yeah.
term, thank you. Conflict of
Yeah.
interest. Yep,
But this is 19th century Britain.
I suppose, yeah.
I don't think those rules applied then. Hell, he wrote a letter to ask if he could have a couple more days to prove his point,
That
for
is
God's
true.
sake.
You'll have to forgive me if I feel compelled to toast this vengeful Nippony.
Editing tool. God, what have I done?
I know, I hate myself, but to be fair, he hasn't done it in forever. So I feel like, tenacity of purpose here. However, he who fails to quash his emotions in the courtroom has failed as a lawyer.
Come on, Kazuma! You knew this won't wash! You're claiming your father was misrepresented in a trial that took place a whole decade ago! Oh, he probably interrupted his lawyer's closing arguments. And he got up and he said, Your Honor, my client, Genshin Asogi, is innocent of these crimes, and the prosecution, by presenting spurious evidence, would have you believe that he is every bit the evil individual that they say he is.
Yeah, I killed him, yeah.
And he's not a perfect man. Yeah, I killed him.
Yeah, I killed him.
What did I do tonight myself? Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, we're getting sued by Dropout.
We're just stealing other people's jokes.
If Dropout's lawyers are reviewing this content right now, hi, how are you? We're big fans of the show. Tell Sam Reich hi for us.
What are you doing wasting your time?
You must see that without evidence, that's nothing more than a wild accusation, which is normally my job.
As it happens, I have evidence.
You what? What?
As the court has heard, I crossed the channel to France with Gregson on the 31st. I went with him on the pretext of being the assassin recruited to kill Seishiro Jigoku. But my true intentions...
Were to kill Gregson.
Who said that? I said it without moving my lips. Were to make the inspector tell me the truth.
What truth? What truth?
The truth about the evidence. And he acknowledged what I'd already deduced. There's a closely guarded secret about what went on in the autopsy 10 years ago.
What? A secret? I know nothing of any secret.
Well, the point of a secret, Van Zeiks, is it's a secret. Nobody knows.
Yes, Lord
Wait a
Van Zeiks, you knowing would sort of countermand the point of it being a secret.
I bet
Don't
my...
mansplain me, boy.
I know everything. I bet my mullet on it.
Mullet! While we waited for my supposed mark in Jigoku's cabin, I drew my clan's
Illustrious.
Industrious. I drew...
Very busy sword.
Yeah. I drew my clan's illustrious sword, Karuma, before the inspector's eyes. He very quickly understood what my true motive was.
Oh.
Oh.
Right, I see. You're the Asogi's young lad, are you? And what? You're gonna cut me down with that thing? Is that it?
That will very much depend on the answers you give to my questions. I want to know what really happened 10 years ago. The truth. That's all.
Before we get into it, let me make one thing clear. I still believe your father was the professor. There's no doubt in my mind. But unfortunately, back then, we didn't have the evidence we needed to make the crime stick.
So, you admit it then? The evidence used in my father's trial was fabricated?
It was for the good of the country.
Oh, damn.
Jesus.
Anyway, I was just following orders.
Orders? What exactly did you do? Speak!
I'm not saying another word!
Even if your life depends on it.
That's right. Even then.
Ooh.
So is Kazuma now going to say, I sliced him, and that alone proves I didn't shoot him. So that's when the tip of the sword broke.
Kazuma-sama.
If the results of Klint Van Zeiks' autopsy were fabricated, then the investigating officer Gregson and the lead coroner Wilson must have known about it. And they can only have been ordered to pervert the course of justice in that way by one man. The man leading the case for the prosecution, Barok Van Zeiks.
In other words, the defendant did have cause to organize this exchange of assassins.
Exactly. And as we established earlier, it has to have been the Reaper himself who liaised with Jigoku in Japan to arrange the exchange.
Ah.
So it follows that the Reaper's true identity can only be that of the man who stands accused in this courtroom today, Barok Van Zeiks.
Ah!
Oof!
Objection!
Kazuma Asogi,
What?
what you've just told the court, are you absolutely certain of your facts? Did Gregson really fabricate evidence for that trial 10 years ago?
I heard it with my own ears. Shameful admission.
Oh no, have I been racist for 10 years for no reason?
Oh dear.
In that case, I know.
Does he know?
The name of the Reaper.
Oh!
Oh, is it gonna be? Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be? Ooh.
Unfortunately!
No! Shut up! Shut up!
The name of the Reaper.
What? What?
Lord Van Zeiks?
And we know that we can trust him now because he's leaned forward and put his arms out. So it's obviously serious.
Come on.
Because a new animation is triggered.
I think Sarah wants you to advance the text.
What?
I need to know if it's stroke heart, because my God, I am gonna cheer.
Well, I feel like it's been everything's been.
Pete,
leading to that.
advance the text!
God, stop shouting at me! I gave no such orders. I know that for certain. Which narrows down the remaining possibilities to one.
If Lord Van Zeiks isn't the one behind all this, then yes, there is only one other person who could have done something.
But who could have done it?
Shut up!
You gotta present the evidence. Gotta present the profile.
I believe I know who it is too.
You!
You,
I just had a feeling this name was going to come up.
Susato Mikotama.
What?
The true identity of the infamous Reaper of the Bailey is Iris Wilson.
I'm gonna say now.
Really?
Now I know this is really serious, but I want to see if it goes like silly if we suggest like incorrect people. So like Sholmes.
Okay.
No. It's really palpable now. That overwhelming pressure that's making it almost impossible to speak before this gargantuan foe. But I can't back away now. There's no time!
What's the matter, Counsel? I take exception at the look you're giving.
Hey, Pete, I think that's a hint!
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, I don't even feel bad because we were gonna present him anyway,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just wanted to see if it did something.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the amount of times people go, oh, you've missed, if you'd have presented that, you'd have seen something real funny.
Yeah.
So let's try
Who
one.
have we got in the list?
Oh my god, we've got everyone.
Got a few.
Maria. Let's try Iris because it's outrageous. Okay, no, I guess.
No.
No. Okay.
We've got to be serious, guys.
I'm not going to try every person in the list, so if there is someone who triggers some funny dialogue, I'm sorry.
We're sorry.
Don't have a go at me.
Come on. Yes, come on.
Look at that smug face.
Take that!
Music stopped.
The only person who could have arranged the assassin exchange and manipulated the autopsy results is the Lord Chief Justice himself.
Yes!
Okay.
Lord Mail Strongheart.
Oh, you're going down, boy!
He literally just like full on spiral king right now.
What? Oh, he's not Lord Strongheart?
So that wasn't me.
No, I know, but like, was he not expecting him to say that?
No, obviously not. He's obsessed that it's, well, I don't know.
No, because
It's Van
No, because
Zeiks,
we
yeah.
thought, I guess we, weird.
Yes, it's true that 10 years ago, the defendant handled the prosecution of the professor in court.
So I guess we were wrong. I guess he really just has thought it's Van Zeiks the whole time.
Yeah.
But he only took over the case after his brother, Lord Klint Van Zeiks, had been killed.
I can only assume that this is the most inappropriate joke in British judicial history.
Do you want me to joke about semen instead?
God damn it, Taylor.
Lord Van Zeiks?
You said you weren't going to do this.
You promised.
You promised.
I said I wasn't going to do it every...
We're not going to do the joke to death.
No, come on, guys.
No,
come on.
I'm not. I just had to make the second most inappropriate joke in British judicial history.
10 years ago, I was very new to my profession. But I had a burning desire to avenge my brother's death. So, I pleaded for control of the case. The investigation to that point, the supplication of the lords to allow my brother's corpse to be examined, all the evidence I was given, the autopsy reports, it all came from you.
Oh.
I spent my life since then believing I was in your debt for the way you stood aside and let me handle the trial. But I see now. I was very much mistaken.
It was a hugely influential force that caused the inspector in the corner to break the law 10 years ago. And that same force was still felt a decade later on the other side of the world by Seishiro Jigoku. Lord Strongheart! Everything falls into place when we recognize that you are the Reaper of the Bailey! I find myself not guilty. Goodbye.
Come on.
Whoa!
Yes.
The court awaits your response, my lord. This may very well go down in British judicial history, but I assure you, it is no joke. Consider this a formal accusal by the defense.
Lord Van Zeiks, could you perhaps not volunteer that? Never mind.
It doesn't warrant a response.
That's what a guilty man would say.
Huh?
A formal accusal? Don't be absurd. The defense's claims are utter nonsense, a wild fantasy at best.
You're not going to defend yourself?
You claim there was some wrongdoing with Lord Klint Van Zeiks' autopsy? That's utterly untrue.
Objection! Oh,
Objection! But I heard it from Gregson's own lips. He admitted to it.
But unfortunately, no
but
one
we
else
do
heard,
have
I
proof
guess.
that he's meddled in autopsies before because of Mariah.
There's that, but there is something in Clint's autopsy where they found something in his stomach, but there was no like red ink or anything like anywhere on him.
Okay.
Huh. What that was that from?
The fabricate. I'm guessing.
Red.
Yeah. Oh, visible on the little thing, but no document.
In corresponding ink was found.
Or it could be. I don't know. I maybe got the wrong end of the
Well,
stick.
I mean, my only thing, I'm just gonna be like, he's going to say, you don't have any proof that I actually altered the autopsy reports. All you have is the hearsay of a dead man. And then we can be like, aha, but no, because you told Mariah to alter the details of the autopsy report, and that was why she didn't mention that the original time of death was, or that it was indeterminate.
That's Gregson's autopsy, though, not Klint's. They're wrong about Klint.
Right, I know, but it's just proof that Strongheart has meddled in autopsy
fair,
results.
Yeah.
I suppose they'd have to get Maria in, though, I think. I don't... Just check.
Oh no! I'll
Down
go and get
boy.
her. I'll go
Down boy.
I'll go grab her.
Down
I'm just gonna go
boy.
right now. Hello.
What do you want?
Oh, we just need you for a quick second. If you could just come, up from the dungeon.
She's very busy.
I would very much appreciate if you came in dead. I would have plenty of time for you then.
All right. Well, guys, I'm not sure when she's going to be joining us, but maybe I'm not her type because I still have a pulse.
If you bring it on a slab, then I might reconsider joining the court.
Your dead body, I want to just iterate there.
Sorry. I
No,
didn't mean
it's
to be
fine.
creepy.
No, that's what she is.
What are you even doing? Like, why are you apologizing for doing a bit?
Everybody on your bingo card, mark Sarah apologizing for something unnecessary.
Damn it! But I heard it from Gregson's own lips. He admitted to it.
And where is your evidence?
What?
The thing about courts is there's a thing that you tend to need to do. You need to tend to prove your accusations with a little something called evidence. Gregson's dead now. Unless you were thinking of summoning a ghost to the stand. And then Susato starts concentrating real hard.
You mean to say...
I forget how the system works in your little backwater country.
Oof.
But in the courts of the British Empire, without evidence, there is no case.
Ooh.
I have no intention of entertaining some wild fantasy that can't possibly be substantiated by anyone or anything. Order! Order in court! Following Inspector Gregson's murder and in the light of Dr. Wilson's death as well, there's really no one left who could testify about the events of 10 years ago, is there?
Eugene.
Well, there's Mariah's mom.
Yeah,
His right hand.
Scythe. Courtney Scythe.
Courtney Stone.
Yes.
Also,
because she was.
But Eugene could as well, couldn't he? Because Eugene was
there.
Yeah, and
He
is alive.
He
yes.
wrote the report up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh yes.
Like he's not actually been in yet.
Eugene wrote it, but Wilson just put his signature on it.
Because John H.
John. Yes, he
told
did. No,
us.
that's right. Yeah.
Because Iris thought that's the reason she thought Wilson was her father, because she recognized the handwriting, but then it was actually Makotoba's.
Eugene Hirotuba.
He wrote it, yes.
So, that was the real purpose of the assassin exchange.
Because of that.
Oh, no.
And because of the with Wilson just signing it, he slipped up and let Eugene get away because he didn't know Eugene was actually...
He didn't know that he was there.
Yeah. So he left a loose thread all this time.
This court has no business raking over the coals of a case that was concluded a decade ago.
Oh, it's not, boy.
The accusal brought by the prosecution and the defense is categorically denied.
Of course it is.
I take it there are no objections?
Yeah.
Kazuma. He's more or less waited his whole life for this moment.
I don't hear anybody saying anything.
Is there really nothing else we can do
Yes,
now?
there is, Ryunosuke. Yes, there is.
Is there no other avenue we can go down in pursuit of the truth about what happened all those years ago?
I'm slowly lowering my gavel slowly bringing it down.
Shut up, you!
If only there was someone who could testify about Klint Van Zeiks' autopsy.
There is! I want this bit to go down! I will gavel myself!
It was
He's
funny.
gone to extraordinary lengths to cover his tracks.
Yeah, so Mikotoba.
Even so far as dispatching an assassin all the way to Japan to ensure Dr. Wilson's silence. And Dr. Scythe won't say anything against Strongheart.
If she's not already
But
dead or been silenced.
There's still one ray of hope! Objection! Actually, there is one person.
He's like, shit!
Gavel!
One person who could still testify about that autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous! There's no one left!
I've made sure of that. Wait.
Personally.
Damn! Who, Vriadosuke? Who? Tell me!
You can't just fabricate a human being like you can evidence. Oops.
Kazuma,
Please. This trial can't end. Not yet.
I'm not doing this for you.
Ouch.
I'm doing it for the truth. The person the defense would like to call to the stand to testify about the autopsy of Lord Klint Van Zeiks is... Take that!
Heaven help us. Another Japanese.
An expert in forensic medicine, my lord, Professor Eugen Mikotoba. 16 years ago, he came to London with Seishiro Jigoku and Genshin Asogi as a visiting student.
And what could his testimony possibly tell us?
Professor Makotoba was the primary assistant during the autopsy in question. He was also the person who actually penned the report.
Incorrect. The autopsy was carried out by the coroner, Dr. Wilson. The report carries his signature.
It was the primary assistant's duty to keep a written record of the coroner's work during the procedure. In actual fact, the coroner merely read over the report at the end and signed it.
In other words, Professor Mikotoba witnessed the entire autopsy from start to finish. The defense demands that Professor Mikotoba be summoned as a witness as a matter of urgency.
No!
Whatever
Denied.
really happened...
Sorry.
Whatever really happened in that autopsy laboratory 10 years ago is something only he can tell us.
Yes. Got him.
The defense's demand is denied.
Of course.
What?
But Professor Makotoba is in London at this very moment. We could summon him to stand in minutes.
I will not have you implicate me, woman.
Don't you call me a woman.
Man.
No. Of course he's not going to agree to it. Strongheart has no intention of summoning anyone who knows. He's too concerned about protecting himself.
Prosecutor Asogi, let me refresh your memory, as you seem to have forgotten the prosecution's stance. Only minutes ago, you accused the defendant of being the Reaper and of masterminding the assassin exchange.
I did, yes.
So, present your evidence for those claims and make your case complete.
At this time, I don't have the requisite evidence. But that's exactly why we need witness testimony.
The professor case is closed. There are no clues in the distant past that will bolster your argument today. I'm afraid to say, Prosecutor Asogi, that you would appear to be possessed by the spirit of your late homicidal father. Now, as I stated earlier, this court has already reached a conclusion with respect to the matter at hand. Inspector Gregson was murdered by Japanese Supreme Court Judge Seishiro Jigoku. As for any hidden circumstances that may exist, they will be investigated in due course by the proper authorities.
Objection! But we all know what will happen! That'll just give the mastermind of the whole venture time to cover his tracks again!
By which you mean me? Your punishment for this contemptible behavior will be decided at a later date. As for you, Prosecutor Asogi, you will be remanded following these proceedings. Willingly, I trust. God damn it. Let me do it again.
Okay.
You will be remanded following these proceedings. Willingly, I trust, since you gave your word. This futile game of revenge is over, young Master Asogi.
Oh no, he stubbed his toe.
Oh no! The most fatal injury anyone could. That will be all. I hereby declare this trial over. Who did the hold it?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Hold it!
Mr.
I was
Sholmes!
hoping Sholmes was going to come in.
This is no place for amateur detection, Mr. Sholmes. May I remind you that these proceedings are closed to the general public. You will have to leave the courtroom at once.
Objection! Mr. Sholmes was instrumental in the apprehension of Seishiro Jigoku before he fled from Europe. The court should hear what he has to say.
Lord Male Strongheart, it's imperative that you refrain from bringing this trial to an end at this stage. Is it really? And why would that be? You need only recall your own words from the opening of the trial to answer that question, if I may. We will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Surely it can't be that the shock of being accused of being the Reaper yourself has erased that from your memory, can it? The whole truth, sir, has already been uncovered.
No, it hasn't.
Not-
Yes, it has.
Not
No, it
by
hasn't.
a
Yes, it
long
has.
shot, my dear fellow.
It would seem that we have a great many important members of the judiciary present here today. I put it to you, my dear fellows. Should the trial end at this juncture?
Bonham! Bonham!
No, I think you'll...
Sholmes!
After all, why have you been invited to attend? To nod along to the prevarications of your superiors?
Well done, Pete.
Mr. Sholmes.
Order! Order in court! It seems to me that we stand before a door that leads to a new era of legal practices. A door that is ajar.
Well, is it a jar or is it a door, Mr. Sholmes?
Honest,
Reno
just
escape,
at the
not
moment,
now.
Renoscape, please, do you think maybe you could shush for just a moment? Let us emerge from the shadows of the Reaper's decade-long ascendancy. For you and you alone, my dear fellows, have the power to push this door open now. The auditors in the gallery have no right to express an opinion on court proceedings. Silence!
He's right. The judge has absolute authority here.
Yes, if
Yes, if he calls the trial to an end, it must end.
But really? What would he really
Will
do?
that really do?
Will that really do?
I sense dark things occurring behind the scenes. Dark things indeed.
Is there a single person here present who can honestly say he hasn't done the same?
Oh, well done,
What?
Taylor.
What?
The trial should go on. Summon the witness!
That's right. We need to clear up this up before that young Japanese fellow is remanded into custody.
My lord, you assured those here present you would uncover the whole truth.
Vindicate yourself of this outlandish something.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's the very foundation of British law.
A toast to my dependable colleagues in the gallery.
On with the trial!
On with the trial!
Testify!
Testify! Testify! Testify!
Well, my lord, you hear the voice of British justice, I take it?
He's just got his fingers in his ears.
I think you'll find it will be rather awkward to silence.
Up yours, strong heart.
The court will recess briefly.
While I make a quick getaway.
Gosh.
Well, frantic horse hooves on cobblestone noises.
Yeah.
Yes. I have no intention of shrinking from these allegations. Bailiff! Arrange for the subpoena of the witness at once! As soon as the gentleman arrives at the courthouse, we shall reconvene.
A recess won't be necessary, my lord.
Yes!
What do you mean? Yes! Any chance to escape?
Professor Makoto is like, I've been here the whole time.
I've been here the whole
And then,
time.
yeah, Strongheart tries to make a break for it, and then this Irish with the bazooka gun. Oh, no, I don't think so.
Pardon.
Strong
Makoto is a close friend of mine. He accompanied me today and is waiting in the antechamber as we
He has been here the whole time.
Damn!
I do believe he's been enjoying a little trip down memory lane, in fact.
Damn again!
What? Professor Makoto is here in the courthouse?
Where's that trapdoor button? I know I told him to install one.
There should be some laser sharks here somewhere.
Laser sharks?
Mr. Sholmes, you didn't know this would happen, did you?
Oh.
My dear fellow. No one is in a better position to answer that question than you, surely.
I wasn't just asking for the fun of it, you know.
Well, I must thank you for your assistance in this matter, Mr. Sholmes.
Allow me to express my sincerest appreciation for your expedient attempt at getting the witness here, sir.
However, as we have mere minutes before the end of the episode, we must try and steamroll through some of this, please. You are of no further use here. Kindly leave the
That's what my ex-wife
courtroom
said.
at once.
But of course.
In truth, I find myself rather busy now as a result of these developments.
Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
I trust you have Iris's little lucky charm with you.
Absolutely. It's still in my pocket.
She sends her regards and a reminder. If you find yourself at a dead end, the ears are at your disposal. Just one tug, if you please.
Oh, of course.
In that case, the trial will continue without delay. Bailiff, show the witness to the stand.
Oh, this is all so terribly exciting.
So it's Lord Strongheart. He's the Reaper of the Bailey. Where exactly is this trial going to take me, I wonder?
But where will the trial take you?
I know. I don't want to. No, go on.
Just how deep am I about to be plunged into the blackness of... Just how deep am I about to be plunged into the blackness of the abyss? Well, I'm ready.
But are you ready?
But are we ready?
I'm ready to head into the heart of this maelstrom and confront whatever horrors it tries to drown me under. Or you could say I'm ready to head into this maelstrom.
Oh, and
yes.
this feels like an absolutely perfect place to leave it, I'm afraid.
I mean, I don't want to, but oh my god!
Like, it's so exciting, but we have to stop.
We have to start. It's time to
And
start.
can you believe that this is only 5% of the way into the game, everyone?
Can you believe that this has been an hour? It felt like 5 minutes. It felt like 5 minutes of pure tension.
Oh my gosh, and pure excitement
it's
on my part.
5 minutes of actual playing the game and 50 of tangents.
No, I think that's our usual episodes. I think
I think we reined it in a bit more today, guys. I'm proud of us.
I'm terribly excited.
I mean, I'm beyond ecstatic right now.
It is very exciting.
Oh, but unfortunately, as Peter said, we must leave for today.
I'm sorry, guys.
We're sorry. We're very, very sorry. But we do appreciate you tuning in and watching. If you do like what we do, then please consider helping us out by giving us a little like. Subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and you'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday. And while you're waiting in the meantime, we've got plenty of other content. If you want to go on and check it over and watch a few of our other videos, then please feel free to do so.
If you want something a little bit less serious and a little bit more silly, check out our Professor Layton content. It's fun and very silly in some places.
Oh, very much so.
Or if you'd like to see something in a similar vein, but from a kind of new developer, then why don't you check out our playthrough of the demo of Laws of Drudgery.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Go give some love to Fuzzy Pixel.
Yes.
And on that note, we will see you next time.
We must bid you adieu.
I don't have a joke today. Just remember to tune in for the next one, everyone, because I really, really want to see how this ends.